Desperate measures. Dr. Alex Chen stared at the eviction notice taped to his apartment door and felt his stomach sink. It had been 8 months since the university had terminated his position, following what they called reckless theories about extraterrestrial biological adaptability. His research funding had dried up, his reputation was in tatters, and now he was about to lose the roof over his head. The notification on his tablet made him flinch. Another rejection. Most likely he almost ignored it until he saw the sender, Quantum Dynamics Corporation. The message read, "Dr. Chen, immediate position available, Xenobiology Research Team, competitive salary, remote location, 6-month contract." The compensation listed was triple his former university salary. Too convenient, he muttered, running his fingers through his disheveled black hair. But what choice did he have? His bank account was nearly empty, and his academic reputation wouldn't secure another position anytime soon. He tapped the acceptance button before he could second-guess himself. Within hours, a sleek company shuttle arrived at his apartment complex. The pilot, Cooper Kai, a former military man with a perpetual scowl, said little during their journey to the corporate headquarters. "Dr. Chen," said Sarah Isabel, the tall, elegant head of operations, as she welcomed him. "We've been following your research with great interest, particularly your theories on adaptive biological systems in extreme environments." "You mean the work that got me fired?" Alex asked, raising an eyebrow. Sarah smiled thinly. "Visionaries are rarely appreciated in their time. You'll find quantum dynamics takes a more progressive approach to scientific exploration." She led him to a conference room where holographic displays showed a planet designated KDC 459. "This is your destination, Dr. Chen, a small rocky world in the Kepler system. Initial surveys show unusual mineral formations that defy our understanding of geological processes." "Bao, a biologist, not a geologist," Alex pointed out. "These formations show patterns that suggest biological influence," Sarah replied. "Yet our preliminary scans detected no life forms. We need someone who can think beyond conventional parameters. That's you, Dr. Arjun Mehta." The mission director joined them, bringing technical specifications and equipment manifests. "You'll have everything you need to conduct a thorough investigation," he explained. "The planet appears uninhabited, but the atmospheric composition is remarkably Earth-like, which is itself an anomaly worth studying." Alex reviewed the contract carefully. The terms were clear. 6 months on, KDC 459, with a research team of 5 weekly reports to corporate headquarters, complete confidentiality about all findings. The salary was deposited in advance with a completion bonus that would set him up for years. "When do I leave?" he asked. "Tomorrow," Sarah replied. "The rest of your team is already preparing the research station." That night in the corporate housing unit, Alex couldn't sleep. His academic instincts told him something wasn't right. The company's eagerness, their generosity, the speed of deployment. It all suggested they knew more than they were saying, but then again, desperate. Times called for desperate measures. The next morning, Dr. Chen boarded the interstellar transport vessel Aria. With his personal effects and research equipment, Commander Rena, a stern woman with calculating eyes, greeted him on the bridge. "Welcome aboard, Dr. Chen," she said, her voice professionally detached. "We'll reach KDC 459 in approximately 3 weeks. I understand this is your first deep space assignment." "That's correct," he admitted. "Then I suggest you use the time to study our preliminary data." She handed him a secure tablet. "And Dr. Chen, remember you're here to observe and report, not to make waves." As the ship broke orbit, Alex watched Earth shrink to a tiny blue dot. His career, his reputation, his future, all hinged on what he would find on that distant world. What he couldn't possibly know was that KDC 459 was far from uninhabited, and that his arrival was being anticipated by eyes very different from his own. Strange encounters. 3 weeks in hyperspace left Alex feeling disoriented when Aria finally entered orbit around KDC 459. The planet below shimmered with swirling patterns of turquoise and amber landmasses intersected by what appeared to be violet. Waterways. Prepare for descent to base camp, Commander Rena announced over the intercom. Dr. Chen, report to the shuttle bay immediately. The landing was rough, buffeted by unexpected atmospheric disturbances. The research station sat in a valley, surrounded by strange crystalline formations that caught the light of the system's twin suns, creating prismatic reflections across the landscape. Home sweet home, said technician Isabel Patel, the team's communications specialist, as they disembarked. Not exactly the Ritz, but it beats unemployment, right? Alex nodded, surveying the prefabricated modules that would serve as both laboratory and living quarters. The air was breathable as promised, but carried an unusual sweetness that made his head feel slightly fuzzy. You'll adjust to the atmosphere in a few days. Dr. Thomas Rodriguez, the team's medical officer, assured him. The slight disorientation is normal. Security Officer Jasper Kim, a former Special Forces operative with suspicious eyes, completed their 5-person team. Perimeter is secure, but I recommend limiting excursions until we've completed a full sweep. That night, after unpacking his equipment, Alex couldn't sleep. The crystalline formations outside seemed to pulse with a subtle rhythm, almost like a heartbeat. Giving up on rest, he grabbed his portable scanner and slipped outside. The twin moons cast an ethereal glow across the landscape, making the crystal structures appear almost liquid in their luminescence. Alex moved carefully among them, taking readings and collecting samples. When his scanner detected unusual energy patterns emanating from a cave entrance at the base of a nearby ridge, curiosity overcame caution. The cave descended gradually, its walls, embedded with the same crystal formations, now glowing with bioluminescent light. Definitely organic compounds, Alex muttered to himself, recording the phenomenon. This contradicts all preliminary scans. Deeper in the tunnel system, the passage opened into a vast underground chamber. Unlike the barren surface above, this space teemed with plant-like organisms. Their tendrils stretched upward, absorbing the light from crystal clusters in the ceiling. As Alex moved to collect a sample, a soft voice behind him asked, "What are you doing in our sanctuary?" Startled, Alex spun around and found himself face to face with a humanoid figure. Her skin had a subtle purple undertone that seemed to shift in the crystal light. Her eyes, larger than human, ones held an intelligence that made his scientific mind race with questions. "My name is Alex Chen." He managed to say, "I'm a researcher from Earth." "I know what you are," she replied, studying him with equal curiosity. "I am a guardian of this sanctuary. The question is why quantum dynamics has suddenly taken interest in our world." Alex's mind struggled to process her words. "You know about quantum dynamics? How is that possible? The company's scans showed no intelligent life." Aya's expression shifted to something like amusement. "Your technology only detects what it's designed to find. We've been observing your kind for many years, learning your languages, studying your technologies. We live in harmony with the crystals masking our biosignatures from your primitive scanners. But you're speaking my language," Alex said, his scientific training barely containing his amazement. "We are quick learners," she replied. "My people, the Meridians, have been preparing for eventual contact, though we didn't expect it would begin with a solitary human sneaking into our sacred spaces." Alex's training finally reasserted itself. He activated his recording device. "This is an extraordinary discovery. The first confirmed intelligent extraterrestrial species, Aya, moved with unexpected speed, pressing a hand to his device, shutting it off. No. You cannot report this. Not yet. Your employers do not seek knowledge for its own sake. They hunt the crystals for their energy properties, crystals that are symbiotically linked to our survival." "How do you know their intentions?" Alex asked. "We intercepted communications," she explained. "If they discover us, they will either exploit or destroy us. We've seen how humans treat discoveries." Alex wanted to deny her accusations, but remembered the company's eagerness, their secretiveness, the rushed mission. Perhaps there was more to his assignment than scientific discovery. "I should return before they notice I'm missing," he said finally. "But I have so many questions." "Return tomorrow night," Aya said. "Come alone, I will answer what I can. But understand this, Dr. Chen, your presence here has set events in motion that cannot be undone. Choose your path carefully. As Alex made his way back to the research station, dawn was breaking. The crystals gleamed in the morning light, looking entirely ordinary. No hint of the secret world they concealed. Inside he found Security Officer Kim waiting. Early morning exploration, Dr. Chen? Kim asked, his tone casual, but his eyes sharp. Find anything interesting? Just collecting preliminary samples. Alex replied evenly. Nothing significant yet. Kim nodded slowly. Remember, all findings must be reported immediately to Commander Renna. Those are company protocols. Of course, Alex agreed, knowing he had already violated that directive and would likely do so again. His scientific curiosity and growing concern about the company's true intentions would lead him back to Aya and whatever secrets she might reveal about this world and its mysterious inhabitants. Hidden agendas. The next morning's briefing was tense. Commander Renna had arrived planetside overnight, her presence unexpected and unwelcome. Our satellites have detected unusual energy fluctuations in this region, she announced, pointing to a holographic map highlighting the very cave system Alex had explored. Dr. Chen, your team will investigate immediately. Alex felt his pulse quicken. Shouldn't we conduct preliminary surface surveys first? Standard xenobiology protocols suggest. We're not here for standard protocols, Renna interrupted. Quantum dynamics has invested billions in this expedition. Time is a luxury we don't have. Dr. Rodriguez glanced at Alex with concern. The commander's right. We should prioritize the company's objectives. As the team prepared their equipment, Alex discreetly modified his personal scanner to mask life sign readings. It was a small act of sabotage, but might buy Aya's people time. Security Officer Kim watched him with suspicious eyes, making Alex wonder how much the man already knew. The expedition into the caves was led by Kim, with Alex deliberately lagging behind, searching for ways to mislead the team. His scientific integrity warred with his growing certainty that quantum dynamics meant harm to this world and its inhabitants. These crystal formations are unlike anything in our database, Isabel commented as they ventured deeper. The energy readings are off the charts. Perfect. Renna smiled, a predatory gleam in her eyes. Collect samples for immediate transport to the orbital lab. When they approached the chamber where Alex had met Aya, he deliberately triggered a minor rock slide blocking their path. Unstable geological formations. He declared, we should return, with proper equipment. Renna's eyes narrowed. We'll continue with caution, Dr. Chen. You seem unusually hesitant for someone whose career depends on this mission's success. Back at base camp, Alex found himself summoned to Renna's private quarters. Your preliminary report omitted several observations, she said without preamble. Satellite imaging shows you ventured out alone last night. I couldn't sleep, Alex replied carefully. The atmospheric composition affects my circadian rhythm. Cut the bullshit, Chenny. Renna leaned forward. Quantum dynamics selected you for this mission because of your controversial theories, not despite them. Your paper on potential symbiotic relationships between crystalline structures and biological entities described exactly what we're seeing here. Alex maintained his composure. Then you know my scientific curiosity would compel me to explore. What I know, Renna continued, is that these crystals contain an energy potential that could revolutionize interstellar travel. Their molecular structure allows for sustainable antimatter containment, something our engineers have failed to achieve for decades. The corporation that controls this resource controls the future of humanity. And if the crystals are connected to a living ecosystem? Alex challenged. Renna waved dismissively. Acceptable collateral damage. Progress requires sacrifice. That night, Alex slipped away from the camp again, his mind troubled. Finding the hidden entrance to Aya's sanctuary proved easier this time. She waited for him in the chamber of crystals, their glow reflecting off her purple skin, making her appear almost ethereal. Your people returned to the caves today, she said, her tone neutral, but her eyes concerned. They're not my people, Alex replied. Not anymore. I need to understand what's happening here. What are these crystals? Why are they so important to both your people and mine? Aya gestured for him to follow her deeper into the cave system. They emerged into a vast underground city. Meridians of various sizes moved through structures that seemed grown rather than built. Crystalline technology integrated seamlessly with organic components. The crystals are alive, she explained, leading him to a central chamber, where a massive formation pulsed with energy. They're an ancient species that evolved consciousness millennia before my people arrived. They communicate through energy patterns, undetectable by your instruments. They provided sanctuary when our world was dying. A symbiotic relationship. Alex whispered, his scientific mind racing with implications. More than symbiotic, Aya corrected. We've become one people. Their energy sustains us. Our biological processes help them. Propagate harvesting them as your company intends would be genocide. As they walked through the underground city, Aya's hand occasionally brushed against his, sending unexpected electricity through Alex's body. She seemed equally affected by these, touches her skin brightening slightly at each contact. Why show me this? He asked finally. Because you alone among your team showed hesitation, compassion. She turned to face him, their bodies closer than necessary. And because I sense something in you, a resonance with our way of thinking. Alex became acutely aware of her proximity, the subtle floral scent of her skin, the intelligence in her eyes. I'm a scientist, he said softly. My loyalty is to truth, not corporate profits. And if the truth threatens your species' ambitions, she challenged, then we need to find a better path, he replied, one that doesn't require destruction. Aya studied him intently, then made a decision. Come, I'll show you something few outsiders have ever seen. She led him to a small private chamber, where a pool of luminescent liquid glowed with the same energy as the crystals. This is the essence of communion, she explained. It allows temporary sharing of consciousness between meridians and the crystal entities. You want me to commune with them? Alex asked, incredulous. I want you to understand what's at stake. Aya replied, Knowledge comes with responsibility, Dr. Chen. Their eyes held, and in that moment Alex felt something shift between them, a connection forming beyond scientific curiosity or diplomatic necessity. As if drawn by invisible forces, they moved closer until barely a breath separated them. This is unprecedented, he whispered. Contact between different species. Not as unprecedented as you might think, Aya responded, her voice equally soft. Life finds ways to connect across boundaries. Her fingers gently touched his face. Your eyes show you already understand this. The moment hung between them, charged with possibility, when suddenly Alex's communicator chirped with an urgent message from Isabel. Dr. Chen, return immediately. Emergency Situation Command has moved up the extraction timeline. They're bringing in heavy equipment at dawn. Alex pulled back reluctantly. I have to go. They're accelerating their plans. Then we have little time, Aya said, determination replacing the softer emotions of moments before. What will you do, Alex Chen? Where do your true loyalties lie? Difficult choices. Dawn broke with the ominous rumble of heavy extraction equipment being deployed around the research station. Alex watched from his laboratory window as Commander Rena directed the operation, her face set with grim determination. We move on the crystal caverns in 2 hours, she announced to the assembled team. Corporate has authorized full extraction protocols. Alex's mind raced, searching for options. Commander, the preliminary analysis suggests these crystals might be sensitive to standard extraction methods. We need more time for proper research. Your concerns are noted, Dr. Chen. Rena replied coldly. But the decision has been made. Your scientific objections are outweighed by strategic necessity. Isabel approached Alex when Rena left. Something's wrong, isn't it? You've been acting strange since we arrived. Alex hesitated, then made a decision. The crystals aren't just minerals. They're alive, and they're not alone. The planet is inhabited by an intelligent species called the Meridians. That's impossible, Isabel whispered. The scans showed nothing. They exist in symbiosis with the crystals, Alex explained quickly. The extraction will destroy them both. I've seen their civilization. Isabel. It's beautiful, advanced, peaceful. You've made contact? Her eyes widened. Alex, that violates every protocol. Sometimes protocols need breaking. He responded. Help me, Isabel. We need to stop this. While the team prepared for extraction, Alex slipped away to warn Aya. He found her organizing an evacuation deeper into the cave systems. It's happening too quickly, she said, anxiety evident in her voice. We cannot move all our people in time. I might have a solution, Alex told her, but it's risky. It requires revealing your existence to my people. The risk of discovery has always been inevitable, Aya acknowledged. But will it stop the destruction? It creates a diplomatic situation, Alex explained. International laws protect intelligent species from exploitation. Their planning was interrupted when Alex's communicator buzzed. Commander Rena's voice came through sharp with suspicion. Dr. Chen, report your location immediately. Security teams are being deployed to find you. Alex looked at Aya, their eyes meeting in silent communication. In that moment, years of scientific training, corporate loyalty, and human perspective collapsed against something more powerful. Understanding, connection. Something deeper forming between them. Despite their differences, I choose your side, he said simply, taking her hand. New beginnings. The confrontation occurred at the mouth of the main crystal cavern. Commander Rena and security teams faced Alex standing protectively before Aya and D. A group of Meridian elders. This is what you betrayed us for? Rena sneered. Aliens. I chose to prevent genocide, Alex replied, standing firm. The Meridians are an advanced civilization with rights under Earth's interstellar contact protocols. Protocols that conveniently protect your new friends, Rena said, and cost quantum dynamics billions. Alex had expected this argument. Isabel, broadcast everything, he commanded. Isabel nodded, activating the communication array. Live feed streaming. To Earth Science Council, United Nations, and public networks. You've violated every security protocol, Rena hissed, and you plan to violate every ethical one, Alex countered. The crystals and meridians are symbiotically linked, destroying. One destroys both. The Science Council will never permit it now that they're watching. The standoff lasted 3 tense days while Earth authorities debated intervention. Finally, the Science Council dispatched representatives establishing first contact protocols. Quantum Dynamics grudgingly withdrew their extraction teams, facing international pressure and potential sanctions. 6 months later, Alex stood with Aya, watching sunset over the Crystal Plains. The research station had been converted to an official diplomatic outpost, with Alex serving as Earth's scientific liaison. Your people have surprised me, Aya admitted. I expected more resistance. Humans can be unpredictable, Alex smiled. Sometimes we even make the right choice. Their relationship had evolved in unexpected ways. Cultural exchange had become personal exchange, their differences creating fascination rather than barriers. The council has approved my permanent assignment here, Alex said, turning to face her. If that's acceptable to your people. Aya's skin brightened with emotion. My people have already accepted you, Alex Chen. The question is whether you've accepted that your place might be here permanently. I gave up everything on Earth to protect this world, he replied, moving closer, but I've gained something far more precious. Their hands intertwined, fingers from different worlds, fitting together perfectly, as they had discovered they could. A new understanding of life, a new definition of connection. He continued, and something I never expected to find light years from home. What humans call love. Aya asked, a smile playing at her lips. What any intelligent species would recognize. Alex answered, 2 beings finding home in each other regardless of the stars that birthed them. As twilight deepened, the crystals around them began their nightly luminescence, bathing them in gentle light. The boundary between worlds, like the space between their bodies, had grown ever thinner with time and understanding, proving that sometimes the greatest discoveries happen not in laboratories but in moments of connection across the stars.